What is up, my crypto legends? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's analyze the markets. What is going on? Are we going to have a drop? Are we going to have a massive bounce from this corrective move that we're having right now? This is what we are going to take a look at all together, guys. So let me just dive in straight away to the comment section. Actually, I want to say hello to the community. This is a earlier live stream than usual, so we're going to analyze the situation here. It's probably going to be over an hour live stream, very likely. So let's just all together smash up that like button for the algorithm. Wow, we're almost 200 people at this moment. We got already 50 likes almost. And let me just go quickly through the comment section, say hello to the community. Now that there's only just a few comments, we can analyze Bitcoin. What is going on? Is this it? Are we going to get a big major correction, or are we just about to get a huge bounce? We're going to analyze also Ethereum. I'm actually looking for a scalp long position on Ethereum. And you might ask yourself, but why? Because, well, we can analyze that in just 1 second. I mean, this does look really good for me. If it does have, you know, a slightly larger correction here, I would get into a long position to these levels. Let's see if we do manage to make this kind of move. And I'll explain exactly why this is just very likely, you know, either here or either slightly lower and then get a big bounce. Okay, guys, obviously, you know the deal. I'm looking for that 618, slightly lower correction. We're going to give, you know, different explanations on how it's highly probable to get a bounce. And of course, this is a major level of take profit because it's a resistance zone. Anyway, we'll go through that now in just 1 second on Ethereum. And we're going to take a look at stock market. I did get into a short position on the stock market, not trading Bitcoin or Ethereum for the moment. We're going to go through the SP500, and I want to go through Carver because Mark Dutch asked me, you know, about Carver. What do I think about Carver? Can we take a look at the charts here on this altcoin? And we're going to go through Carver also. But SP500, it looks pretty curious. I'm going to explain why I re-entered another short position here, protecting position yesterday on the S&P 500, just at 4,020 points approximately. Okay, give that brief explanation on why, you know, I'm looking for that swing short position on the S&P 500. I could be totally wrong, and the price action will just stop me out at break even, or, you know, and continue to the upside and have the S&P 500 having a massive pump up. Right, I think there's too many eyes here on this stock market thinking that it's going to get rejected from this trend line, right? We are seeing some optimistic people out there saying, hey, you know, this is bullish. We are likely going to break it because we've created a higher low right over here. And this is ready for price action to the upside. So getting people optimistic is also getting me, you know, pretty confident for this potential bearish scenario. Let's take a look, guys. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if it's all good. Bon dia, Andy, máquina de todo. How are you doing? Hola, crypto legends. Sorry, I am late, says Mark Dutch. Mark Dutch is never late. How are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining. We got Joseph here. We got Seboshi. We got, which is Seb. How are you doing, guys? Scotty as well. Wow, we got Mark Dutch. We got a few of the mods here. Thank you guys for joining. Let's take a look at good timing today. Yes, I know. It's a bit of a mess. Yesterday, no stream, but overall, you need to forgive me, guys. No stream yesterday. But stream today, there's going to be over an hour stream, so we can just try and focus on some different scenarios and some day trade scalping opportunities. Okay, we're going to zoom in and take a look at those high probability trade scenarios. All right, you know, I like to day trade and scalp now more than swing trading. Obviously, for Bitcoin, I would be looking for a short swing trade. All right, if you did not swing trade along here from this 17,000 to $18,000 range, you know, I think this is not a swing long position range, right? Either a swing short position, because you are potentially going to get some aggressive drops in this, you know, potential correction on Bitcoin. So only swing short positions for day trade and scalping. Can be shorts, can be longs, all right? Currently looking for that long, and probably just before the live stream, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go through the comment section because, this happened on Bitcoin. I was looking for this movement on Ethereum, and it happened on Bitcoin. Yes, that would have been a pretty nice, quick little long position there, exactly at 22,500. Anyway, we'll analyze that, the situation in just 1 second. Let's go through the comment section. Yo, everyone, how are you doing? Good time for Japan. Smash the like button, says Johnny Took. Hello, number 2 like. Hey, thank you very much. Let's go, says Andre. Let's go. Hola, Igor. Hello, Andy, please launch your private Discord. It's on the way. I cannot give any dates. I'm sorry. I will, Jason Patreon from 1st of February. I will join Jason's Patreon from the 1st of February. I am not making money myself to buy with regular work, so need someone. Hey, no worries. Don't worry, it will come out. Eagerly waiting, brother, says Sahil. Hey, thank you very much. Where are your likes, people, says Stephen. Thank you very much, guys. Right, enough going through the comment section. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's do some pure technical analysis, guys, to find those opportunities. A lot of people were, stressed out yesterday saying, where's Andy? Where's his live stream? We need, we need to know some of his analysis. And here I am, guys, okay? Andy, please see Aptos, says right. Yeah, we can take a look at Aptos as well. Please check Ethereum detailed. I'm so much lost. 1,598 entry. So you're in a long position, I guess. Guys, stay extremely cautious. When you're longing, you want to long these kind of drops, right? And I'm going to explain right away. Please take a look at Ethereum. I will, Vanch, right away, okay? Let's take a look at Ethereum. And, right. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Reading some comments here that are making me laugh a little bit, but let's go through. Let's just take a look at Ethereum, guys. No, I'll tell you what. Let's just do my analysis the first 5 minutes, and then we can take a look at your altcoins, okay? Because if not, I just make a mess of a live stream talking about one thing, this, the other, talking too much as well. And I want to focus on Bitcoin, guys. Where are we at on Bitcoin and the stock market, okay? Where are we with the stock market and Bitcoin and DXY to potentially see where the market can go, right? And altcoins, guys, altcoins could look really, really bullish. If we're going to have a drop on the stock market in the next coming days and by next week, no matter how bullish an altcoin is and is in an uptrend in the short term, it's going to collapse as well with the stock market and with Bitcoin. You like it or not? I would bet here one entire Bitcoin that if the stock market starts dropping aggressively, coming near to this low, that altcoins and Bitcoin are going to do the same thing. They're going to have a collapse, all right? They will not have a pump while the SP 500 drops. This is why and the SP 500 is one of the largest, if not the largest, markets out there in the world. So we're going to have to, we're analyzing the situation here because it's at extreme resistance zone, right? So let's just focus on the stock market here for just 1 second, guys, and we'll move into crypto right away. And, with the analysis on the stock market, we can assume what is going to happen with Bitcoin and crypto, right? Will we continue pumping? There's not an insane correlation yet. For the last few weeks, all right? It's slightly correlated. It's kind of lagging one and the other. But no doubt if it drops, we will follow the drop in crypto if it does drop, okay? So right now, just going to the basics here with the market structure. Yes, we all know this. It's hitting this resistance trend line. Okay, what else do we have as resistance? Well, we're going to zoom in here on the 4-hourly chart. Okay, we can see right over here. Some might think, hey, this does look like a kind of a cup and handle, right? It looks like a kind of a cup and handle right over there. Obviously, I would like this level to be, horizontally with this one right there, but you can see kind of a cup and handle. We've just retested here. We could break out. Hey, very possible, very, very possible. Overall, I'm looking for that epic swing short, and I'm going to explain where I entered exactly and where I have protected position. So overall, we're at resistance. This is not a clear breakout from the lower high trend line. A clear breakout above this last lower high then would be pretty curious, right? We'll be looking quite bullish for the stock market for the weeks to come. Overall, this is just dancing around a big major level, slightly getting above it. So it's not a very clear, powerful breakout, in my opinion. If we take a look at fib level from this high over here, from the fake pump that we had to the low, we are hitting exactly that 61865 Fibonacci retracement, where most of the times it's a level where you hit, you consolidate, and you get a correction. Big major resistance also on the fib retracement. And we have a daily level that was just tapped, and this was one of the main reasons why I did short this level over here, and I'll show you right away here on Prime XBT. I'm going to show you exactly why I entered. Of course, you need to know this, because, if I'm doing any trading, there has to be a reason why you entered a trade. Of course, I will give that reason right away from yesterday. So, yeah, like I said, we were hitting that 618. There's a daily level here. You can see the daily close and open from the 13th, 14th of December right there. It's a nice daily level, close and open just after this massive wick. So it's an important level, you like it or not. It wasn't hit here just a few days ago. It was hit yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, before yesterday. So we hit that level, and if we zoom in that daily level, as you can see, we zoom in on the 4 hourly. The reason why I wasn't too confident, this was not a swing failure pattern. We had a 4 hourly close above this level. I'm thinking, wow, so it's not a swing failure because we have a pretty strong 4 hourly, even a 1 hourly if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we got 1 hourly, 4 hourly, strong candle above this level. But if we do get acceptance below, this could be a failed auction. It could still be a failed breakout, especially getting rejected from that daily level from the 13th and 14th of December. So you hit that level, get rejected. What happened right over here? My entry point, of course, if it's not a swing failure, it's a failed breakout. My favorite entry from this is coming up to the 618, guys. So if we are getting rejected from the daily level that I explained, we're getting above the highs, but we come straight back down, getting acceptance below the highs. For me, a good, safe entry is going to be the 618 from this high to this low, because it's telling me, we've got acceptance again below this range. This has not been a successful breakout, and we are potentially going to correct here from the 618. So far, so good. This was an entry that I entered yesterday. Stop loss above this high, of course. If price action would have done this, I said, hey, I entered a short position, got stopped out here, okay, from this level. But so you can know the explanation, the amount of resistance that there is here, daily level, failed breakout from these highs, acceptance back below 618. It gives you a relatively nice entry, and that is that position that I'm in right now here, 4,020 point region, right, which is at 618 level. Could it get a bounce, get stopped out? Maybe yes. But overall, I'm protecting this position right away. Let's see if we can turn, this a multi-thousand trade to the downside, and it's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to get stopped out again at break even. But overall, most importantly, not losing my capital, having good risk management, and we'll find another trade scenario if it does manage to pump here. All right, in the next coming days, if we do see that SP500 pumping from the range here, I'll still be surprised. I'm thinking, what is going on? Is this going to be bullish for the next coming weeks and months ahead, and we are going to break resistance, or will it be a fake out? Well, we'll just have to analyze that situation here if we are going to manage to make a higher high on the macro on the S&P 500. Overall, still bearish, still trending down, still a lower high. This is why I'm looking for that epic short level. Let's go, Crypto Legend, says Nadim. Hello. Smash the like, says Scotty. Hello, Crab Toshi, Joseph. Thank you guys for the insane support. Overall, Andy's mustache grows faster than BTC. That was a good one. That was a nice one. It does. It does. So anyway, that's my analysis on the stock market. Overall, still leaning bearish. Looking for shorts. I'm having good risk management. If we do get a pump above 4,050 points, I'll be getting stopped out from that trade at break even, and willing to look for other shorts. I'm not looking for, I'll be looking for swing shorts on the Bitcoin price as well, okay? But we're gonna have to see some breakout confirmations. Let's go. Let's zoom out on Bitcoin overall. Zoom out on Bitcoin. I'm not sure if we are losing steam here, guys. Are we losing steam with this consolidation, or is this a bull flag and we're going to break out, right? I think a lot of people are saying that. This is a bull flag, 25K is on the way, right? Bang, bull flag, back up. Possibly yes. Possibly yes. I will be looking for shorts, guys. I will be looking for shorts at this level. You know, obviously, if we pump and start hitting resistance, you might think, hey, this guy's crazy. You know, he's fighting the trend. Well, it all depends. I'll be looking for swing short positions at these levels, depending on what kind of reaction we have, right? Overall trend is still, you know, macro down, in my opinion. We should be seeing some kind of aggressive correction after this, you know, $5,000-$6,000 pump we've had for the last few weeks. This will need a cool off, guys. We like it or not. You know, this is unlikely to start doing this in the coming weeks, right? This will be absolutely epic. Will we be trading at $30,000 in that 1-2 weeks? I don't think so. This is unlikely to happen. So we're looking at the probabilities here, you know, trying to have good risk management, to have a really nice short trade for a 4, 5, you know, 10 to 1 risk to reward. You know, this is how I trade. I look for that 10 to 1, 5 to 1, 3 to 1 risk to reward. Obviously, in scalping, it's a little bit more difficult to get that high risk to reward as the movements are very, very volatile. Anyway, we can take a look at some trading scenarios on Ethereum right away. We'll analyze Ethereum. Why would I be bearish at 23.8, 24.2? We got a weekly level right there from this range, which I think should be getting heavily rejected. I'm not sure if we're even going to arrive there, guys, without having a deep correction before. You know, we are just on the verge, it looks like, to get a deep correction. We got, you know, naked point of control from this trading zone right over here. It's exactly right there at 23.8K level, as you can see. A big volume node here. This is, you know, all this price action, we're currently above that range. So all, you know, this price action over here is only going to be support levels that we can analyze as well. We want to see the big support levels where we could get a bounce. But overall, we're talking resistance right now. Let's not get confused. Talking resistance, if we pump all the way up there, because I know a lot of people are shouting for 25K and breaking 25K as well. Let's talk about the big resistance levels that we do have above 23K, which is 23.8 and 24.2. Something curious as well, from this pivot high, lower high, it's a clear pivot lower high right there, big bounce. Looking at the 4 hourly or the daily, you've got a clear pivot lower high. And from this high to the low, we were talking the other day, the 50% Fibonacci correction is exactly at that NPOC, the naked point of control, which is the 23,940 approximately, right? This range over here from that naked point of control, it's slightly below right now for some reason, but yeah, just round about here, 23.8, 23.9, 50% Fibonacci, 23.9-ish. You got, you know, a lot of big level where you could get rejected. So I would be looking for shorts at that range, guys. Obviously, I would want to see a reaction. I'd want to see a little bit of sideways action, swing failure. If I do zoom in here on this price action as well, yeah, we're going to take a look at Ethereum right now because it might give us a nice shorting opportunity, okay? Longing opportunity, sorry, for me. I'm looking for a potential nice little scalp. So what's happened here? We've created some daily levels. This daily is getting a bit of resistance. This is the 1 hourly chart on Bitcoin. And let's just go, we're in a big, massive range. Question is, are we in a bull flag? Is this a bull flag right there? Is it a bull flag? You know, you could create a channel easily from this range, right? So let's analyze the potential levels here where we could bounce, what could happen, where could we get that reaction. Let's just get a channel here because lower highs have been created. So we're going to get the parallel channel and we're going to go from this high over here to the next lower high region, and yeah, it's pretty clear we could be in a kind of a parallel channel here. Right, from this low as well, right there. Yeah, something like that. That's more like it. So far, we are getting supported from the center of the channel. Is this a bull flag? It's getting a little bit overextended in my personal opinion. But what is happening here on this value area range? We're at the value area low. Value area low from this trading range. I mean, it's something curious, guys, here. I would potentially look for a long scalp, long day trade. If we were to claim this low from the 22nd of January, it's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be a difficult catch, okay? But we are looking for those swing failures, guys. Just realize how the price of Bitcoin, guys, once it claims, and let me just clean this out a little bit, 1 second. Let me just get the fixed volume profile, right? Just so you can be aware on how to catch some potential scenarios. I mean, this has already created a swing failure from this low in the immediate short term. You're bouncing from the value area low. You know, I mean, this could continue up from here. We'll go through that in just 1 second. But just note how, you know, once you claim a high, you reject, you have a massive correction. Same here, this high, you claim it, you massive rejection. There's more times where you claim a low, like here, and you just get a massive bounce. Or you claim a high and you get a massive rejection. High claimed, rejection. High claimed, rejection. High claimed, rejection. So what we want to be aware here of, you know, that if we do claim this low, and what happens to most of the people is if you come down here to this level over here on Bitcoin, which is at exactly 22,300 right there, will you be scared? Will you think that this is going to have a deep correction and breakdown? Or will you be looking for longs? And you know, it all really depends on how much volume there is during this movement down. It's very important to check out the millions of dollars that there is, because if it's obviously starting to be 30, 50, 60, getting close to $100 million on that 1 hourly move to the downside or 30-minute candle, then you want to be very aware to long that position. But if it's just a few million, you know, it's a quick move, you get a little bit of a reaction right there, this will likely get a bounce from this level. It will be a failed breakout from this low. You're probably going to bounce here. If we do connect here, the lower highs, right, on this you know, descending channel, we want to be aware, of course, of lower high, lower low, lower low, potential lower low where we could get a bounce. This is around about the 22k level, 22.1, 22k level. I would be very much aware of this to get an epic bounce, guys. At least to the daily, which is at 22,400. Yeah. This is what I would be looking for here for a potential scalp day trade. You will likely hit that daily level from 22.1k. So that is a scenario. Failed move down from this low. Get a bounce here from support, lower lows, lower highs. Note that most of the people are going to get very bearish, you know, if you start getting below this low. There's probably going to be entering a lot of shorts that are going to get trapped, and you will likely get an epic bounce, at least to the daily and potentially even to the value area high, value area low from this trading range, which is exactly at 22.6, guys. So there's a potential really, really nice trade there. I'm going to be paying attention during today if we do manage to, you know, lose this 22.3, sorry, low right there. It's just a really technical move that is highly probable going to happen. you know, we're looking for scalp day trade longs or shorts. So what other trade would be good? You know, that is a long scenario. I'm actually going to put an alert here right away, so I get that, you know, I get that message on my phone if I'm not in front of the charts, because I know what's happening, I know the levels, and I'm you know, if I can trade it on the phone, you know, as long as you've done your analysis on your computer and you know what could potentially happen, it's fine to take a trade on the phone if you know how to execute it, protect, you know, have good risk management. It's pretty funny how you see these people, you know, advertising their courses and stuff like that, you know, trade like a pro with the mobile, you know, in the laptop on the beach, you know, the laptop is getting full of sand and you're trading while you're having a pina colada. Yeah, this is, come on, not true. So that would be my potential trade scenario here that I'm looking for, guys. Very likely going to be a failed move down here below 22.3, maybe 22.1 will be hit. 22.1 K range, that is a very interesting zone. I want to zoom out a little bit and find out if there would be some more support here. I mean, probably not. I mean, we're going to have good risk management. I would put stop loss below the support level, because if it breaks down 21.8, where the weekly is, could be a good stop loss. $200, so that would be a 2-to-1 risk to reward potential trade. That's if it does get that breakdown. Overall, let's take a look at Ethereum. We can take a look at potential short scenarios on Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, it's pretty clear. We've been going sideways. It's been pretty boring. I'm going to put another alert here at the top of the range. Okay, so I got an alert at the low and alert at the high. Why? To see how we react, right? Looking for a potential long if we do get that, you know, movement down and a slight reaction from this range to quickly jump in for a long, right, on the lower time frames for a scalp, and at the highs to see how are we going to break those highs. You know, there's the highs here at 23.4K. Are we going to manage to hit the high and break it successfully? We got a lot of resistance that we'll be talking about right now in just 1 second, but that would be my, you know, very interesting zone. I'll get an alert on the phone. I do know that the 23.8 to 24.2 is an interesting zone for me to look for potential shorts. So yeah, this is how I'm approaching the market right now. Alerts at the highs, alert at the lows, and wait for those levels to be hit. We could find some scalping scenarios inside of this range. I mean, we're getting that really nice acceptance here from this value area low. We've hit the 618. I mean, that 618 here was a quick little move up. You know, how was this a good trade? You might think to yourself, Andy, Bitcoin on the 618. The reason this was a good trade was because you basically fake out, you get a bounce from this daily level at 23,400, right? What daily level is this? This is a daily level from the 12th and 13th of September, right? It's still there. It's a level that wasn't respected as resistance, but it's getting respected as support. So we've still got that daily level there. So you hit that daily level, you get a massive bounce, you get acceptance back in, and this is very crucial to, you know, take a potential trade. You get acceptance back in, guys, this value area low. Because this value area low, you know, this could easily, you know, fake out basically. This is not a big, huge breakout from the value area low, even though it looks like it. Get acceptance back in here. And obviously, this is the moment you want to look for longs, because if this movement down has failed, you know, the retracement getting acceptance is likely to get failed as well, and you're getting acceptance back inside of this massive range. So overall, I think the possibility here in getting a bounce is still very, very likely. Well, we've got one bounce reaction. Would I long this level right now? No, I would have tried to get into, you know, the lowest range possible here, which is, you know, looking at the 15-minute, is the 618, obviously, from this low to the high. Yeah, it's just a very, very quick reaction. Maybe we could get into another long. Let's see how I was interested in Ethereum. We're going to analyze Ethereum right away, because what's happening to Ethereum is it's getting a perfect bounce from the value area low from this trading range. So you can see just almost testing to perfection. We're looking at the value area low from this trading range here since the 14th of January. So this is over 10 days. Kind of point of control and value area low. Is this a sign of weakness? Well, I mean, there's a nice trading scenario here to be taken. I'll probably take this live if we start correcting down. We got point of control. Obviously, we have the risk in coming to claim this low over here for a liquidity grab, but we got the value area low. So depending on stock market, getting Bitcoin moving down at the moment. So let's see if we do get yeah, if we do get that move down here, I would be aiming for the 618 on the Ethereum price, because that could give me a relatively nice stop loss. So 1,528. Overall, I would be looking for a bounce here in the short term to claim this high and go higher to 1,580 approximately, where we do have this high wick. That would be a level of resistance. This is just a classic move, ABC kind of correction. And obviously, if you want to get into the better level, we would have to wait for a larger correction here. So you could have good risk management, basically. Stop loss below this 1,511 low that was created here just a few hours ago. That would be the stop loss range. So hopefully you would get that move down here. Whoop, consolidate, and that would be an epic nice long, because you are likely to slowly climb up here, claim these highs. As soon as you claim these highs, you want to start thinking taking profit and protecting position. You know, in days where you have a relatively nice risk to reward trade scenario. Anyway, that I'm looking for that. So far, it looks like we're going to correct down. Stock market not doing much, of course. We have the opening in a couple of hours. Let's take a look at Carver. Hi Andy, great TA. Can you have a look at the DXY? Absolutely. Thank you very much. Andy the Master, missed you yesterday, says Father Time. Hey, thank you. Andy, please check the SP 500 and DXY. SP 500 was checked at the beginning of the live stream. We did focus, 4 or 5 minutes on my personal opinion. I explained why I entered a short position at the beginning of the live stream. Okay, so people that are joining in right now probably missed out on that analysis. You can always go back once the live stream is finished. Okay, but giving a brief explanation on why I entered that short, why is this resistance, on the DXY, on the S&P 500, and I'm looking for that epic swing short position, guys. No matter how many times I get stopped out, mostly at break even, okay, most of the times at break even, because I'm very, very defensive with my capital. I'm probably going to get stopped out at break even 10 times before we get into that epic swing short position. But when it comes, it will pay off. It will pay off. Of course, especially if you do have good risk management. So anyway, let's take a look. Let's take a look at DXY for Tahonas. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I've got Carver for Mark Dutch, okay, as well. So let's go to DXY and let's jump into Carver, because Carver is at a big resistance level. We cannot deny that, and it's getting a reaction here. We can clearly see this. If the markets look like they're getting potentially exhausted, I would be looking for shorts here on Carver at this range. I don't think it will successfully break out the highs that was created. We can analyze some scenarios here on Carver in just 1 second. Let's take a look at DXY. I mean, I'm looking for a bounce on the DXY still at this range. I don't know. We've been talking about this now for over almost over 2 weeks. It's getting pretty boring, right? Because very much predicting this support level now for the last few weeks, saying, if you take a look at some live streams that we, from late December, early January, basically was talking about, right, if this is a fake breakout and we get acceptance back in here, in this kind of descending channel wedge scenario where we do have lower highs and lower lows. Very, very aggressive downtrend here for the last few weeks, couple of months on the DXY. This is a fake out from this level if it's because it's big resistance. If it's a fake out, we get acceptance back inside of the channel. I was saying, predicting very much, hey, we are likely to test the lows of this support level, right? When we were trading at this range, this was the first week of January, saying, wow, failed breakout, expecting to move down here on the DXY. Now, I've been talking about DXY, this 101, 102 level to hold as support and then finally get an epic breakout and bounce. It's been very, very boring. We've been trading at this range for over 10 days right now, 12 days, almost 2 weeks. So it's just very, very boring. We are hitting that multi-year resistance level here, lower high resistance trend line. I think it's an important trend line, you like it or not. It's the 2017 and 2020 highs on the DXY, and we're just right there at this range. When you create a kind of a like a descending channel wedge scenario, and then you're starting to go sideways here quite a lot, I would expect, the most likely scenario, you might have one more liquidity grab below this low, which is exactly the low from May of 2022. This is why I have this red box, as in the final move down on the DXY, which is slightly below 101 level. There's two scenarios here, and they are both bullish on the DXY. There's one slightly bearish in the short term. We either, still continue sideways, get this bounce on the DXY, or we have one more move down to get a move slightly below this higher low from May of 2022, and then get the bounce. Obviously, this is not going to be good for Bitcoin and stocks. So if I'm looking for this, epic move, this is just basically a nice large cool off after this epic run we've had, during 2022. So yeah, this is what I'm basically expecting, guys. Just a big support level. These kind of channel wedges, especially at the end, you start going sideways, usually end up in a massive big pump at some point, right? Which I expect in the next 1 to 2 weeks. When this happens, this is when you will see that turnover on Bitcoin. You might see it now, you might see it in the next coming days. But overall, we can expect that, guys. We can expect that very, very much. Just so you're very, very aware of that scenario. That's what I got for the DXY. There's not much to say. It's been sideways for almost 2 weeks now. At this 101, 102 range. Not much excitement. Overall, for the midterm, 1-2 weeks, looking for that bounce. Short term, today, tomorrow, it just could still continue in this range. But looking for that final bounce, which will bring stock market and Bitcoin down. I would be very surprised, if we do successfully break down this low from 101 level. If it does have a successful move down like this, I will be very surprised. I will be wrong with my analysis. I'll be saying on the channel, hey, I was wrong. This did not hold. As long as we're above this level, I'm expecting a bounce, especially with this sideways action that we're having. It's holding the range. So let's go through Carver right away. Andy, please see Aptos. Okay. Aditya, okay, Andy. Aditya, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the live stream. I will take a look at all of these cryptos, guys. Aptos as well. Let me just jump into Carver. You know, got Mark Dutchy asking for Carver here. I'll go right away through Carver for Mark and Seb, Mark Dutch, Joseph. Thank you for joining. You could see Scotty was around as well. Let's go through Carver, guys, and zoom in. Zoom in right away for Carver and see what's going on. Right. Okay, let's go. Carver. What's going on with Carver? Something that was curious here to see Carver. You know, price action from 2019 and 2020. And if you do take a look, I mean, this was a highly predictable bounce. This almost came to the COVID low levels, right? The C19 level lows, which was around about 25-cent range. It came to 50 cents approximately just a few weeks ago. It was a highly predictable bounce here. One of the main reasons why was because of this price action that we had in 2019 and 2020. If we analyze, of course, this is late now, but don't worry. We just want to know why this bounce happened and where we're at right now. Okay, we'll just go through what's happening right now and what could potentially happen. But first of all, when we take a look at the volume profile, looking at 2019 and 2020, looking at almost an entire year, going from October to June, July of 2020. You can see that massive spike on volume node exactly at 54 cents. You have a huge spike on the volume node here from price action between March and June of 2020, right? So you're looking here at 3 months of price action that has left a massive volume node, right? This is obviously an accumulation volume node as price action pumped massively. And when you take a look at the price action on Carver here for the last couple of weeks, this is exactly where we got that bounce from, that massive volume node of this price action between 2019 and 2020. So you zoom in here from that. This is the volume node, right? You could arguably discuss it's a naked point of control. This level was not hit till the last few weeks. So right. Naked point of control as it was not hit since the price action moved above this range, right, from 2021 and 2022. So it's a point of control that has not been hit, basically, right? So you can see that perfect bounce from that level. It was just by looking at this, it's a potential big support, highly predictable level. Of course, Carver is last time I analyzed Carver must have been, I don't know, about 5, 6 or 7 months ago. I don't know, in a live stream potentially. But overall, look at that beautiful bounce from that level. Really, really nice, huge bounce. So what is happening right now with Carver? You've got that epic bounce here for the last few weeks. Very, very nice. Moving up 100%, 120%. I'm not sure how much, but quite a lot, right? Slightly over 100%. Doubled in price. You're starting to face the biggest support level from 2020. You can see here, October, November, December. Massive double bottom scenario, big bounce. That is the level we are trading at this moment. Slightly hit that level just, the last few days. It's a big, big, big resistance zone. So I would expect a correction here, no doubt. You're already getting a reaction. We're going to zoom in here on Carver. You know, you've had a swing failure. I mean, this is obviously my favorite shorting, one of my favorite shorting scenarios. Mark Dutch, if you are around watching this, you got this high over here that was claimed, right? Failed breakout. This was exactly on the 21st of January. Failed breakout from the high created on the 18th. After 3 days, you failed to break out the high. Big, large corrective move. You're breaking a bit of structure here. What happens is this range is an epic short, basically. This bounce is an epic short. You probably want to take some profits, protect position if you were to enter that short position. But we've talked about this many times, these kind of trade scenarios. I think it is very possible that we're not going to manage to come back up the highs here. This has been it. The move up has been hit. Obviously, I'm not sure if you did short this yesterday. I remember you talking about Carver yesterday. But this is definitely a shorting range. And one of the main reasons why, guys, is you failed to break out the high right over here. You move down. You don't rush into a short here. You wait for the pullback. Where to? The 618. You probably would have gotten into a loss here for a few hours. You know, you get the high to the low. You enter at the 618. You are probably a few hours in a loss. Your stop loss is up here. You might think, oh my goodness, this is it. I'm getting stopped out. Never mind. It is what it is. It's part of the game. But you finally do not get stopped out because your stop is above the failed breakout high. So you're in a loss for a few hours. You just accept it because you got a stop loss. If you get stopped out, well, it's not the end of the world because you're not risking too much. It's 1-2% of your capital. You know, it's a trading scenario. This is already, you know, covering your stop loss. You know, this is a 1-to-1 trade scenario where the current price is. But I would obviously be looking for much larger correction. But this is why Carver would have been a good trade, because you failed to break out this high. You come to the 618, you enter a trade, you look for the lows to be claimed. I think lows will be claimed at 98-cent range, maybe in the next coming hours. If it would have entered a position here at the 618, obviously that stop loss after being down here is coming to entry point. You could not afford this trade to turn into a losing trade when you're in profits, especially with a large percent move down. If you come up, get wicked out, or claim the highs, there will be another moment to get into a short. But don't turn this into a losing trade. So what are the likely scenarios here? Bigger correction coming is my analysis here. Failed breakout from this $1.13-14 level. It's likely to get a corrective move. You kind of got the first signs looking at the lower time frames. You know, when you're looking at the structure, look at this. I mean, the structure is relatively bullish, right? You don't successfully create a lower low at some point till you have the failed breakout and you create a lower low. This is the clear sign that you are shifting here. You are shifting, guys. Obviously, this is a little bit of a educational, you know, reading of the charts on this live stream. I hope you enjoy it. But this is why all of this price action is a great level to short. You get a clear sign of weakness here. Breaking the structure. I'm not sure volume. Well, this is the Binance chart, so you don't have much volume. Clear sign of losing structure a little bit here on the lower time frames, 1 hourly. After after a failed breakout from this high. So yeah, this range would have been obviously a good shorting level on Carver. It's the start of a larger correction. This is this is my take here on Carver. This will likely fizzle down in the next coming days. Where would be a good level where you could bounce here on Carver? Well, obviously, this range does look pretty good. From 90 cents to 93 cents, where you have value area high and point of control from this volume traded range. Possible level for a bounce. Yeah, basically the point of control, which is at 90 cents. Overall, that corrective move down to 90 cents looks imminent in my personal opinion. Would be nice to get another move up and failed breakout, right? That would be an epic opportunity for another short, basically. Let's zoom in here on the 1 hourly. Take a look at this range price action. Value area low. I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing. I mean, you know, obviously, I would have traded this at this level, no doubt. Value area high, failed breakout, 618. Would have shorted here, stop loss above the high. And obviously coming down to the value area low is take some profits off the table. It's a support range. We do not know if it's going to successfully break down the lows. It might just suddenly get a bounce. You know, maybe I'll take 50% off the table and definitely protect position and expecting a larger move down, potentially to the 90-cent level, which is the point of control from the volume trade the last couple of months, like I just explained anyway. Overall, like I said, zoom out, this is just at a big resistance zone. No successful breakout. Depending if you swing trade, I would try and swing trade short, at least to the 90-cent level. That's a 10% move, you know, with a bit of leverage. You are making some relatively nice gains with that. Obviously, entering into short at higher was yesterday was better. Let's take a look at some. Is your course coming out this week? I cannot give any dates, guys. I'm sorry, but it is coming out soon. It's very, very soon. End of January was the idea, but it's just. We're on it, guys. We're just getting everything together for a nice launch. Okay, we don't want to make a crap launch. So, excellent examples, fantastic, says Jason Long. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy those, examples for looking at those trading scenarios. This is why it would be nice. It would be nice. I mean, stock market is not helping. Stock market might, if we do have I think the open of the stock market, if it's moving down right now the last few hours, it might pump on the open, right? We don't really know where's the clear direction on the open of the market, but if the SP 500 starts moving down, it's not going to be good for Bitcoin and crypto in general. Stay cautious, guys, because I would be analyzing the S&P 500 here for any long scenarios. I mean, there is a possibility. I just don't see this bullish at all, guys. When I look at the stock market, you know, I'll be surprised if it suddenly starts doing this, you know. Is this the way to go on the stock market? I don't think so. I mean, with the charts and analysis, this for me is just a big failed breakout from this high. from the lower high macro resistance trend line. This is just a little bit of volatility up here. Look at this massive wick. It failed terribly. You know, the reason why some people are excited on this resistance touch on the stock market for a potential breakout, successful breakout here in the next coming days or week, is because of this higher low right there. But there's no, yeah, it's still bearish for me, still bearish. Big resistance. So I want to be cautious as well with long positions at this current moment. Stock market at resistance. Looking for a large correction. This is why I'm shorting on Prime XBT, of course. Guys, remember, if you want to trade stock market using crypto as collateral, you got Prime XBT. I absolutely love this platform because you can trade Forex, oil, gold, natural gas, crypto as well. I use Bybit for crypto because fees are more expensive here. But for the rest of the markets, you know, they're really, really cheap. Such as SP500, you can hold a position for weeks here and it's peanuts basically. You know, the fees are very, very low. You know, on Bybit, of course, for trading crypto, as the fees are low here on crypto. So yeah, I mean, you just got an insane bonus down below basically. This is the whole point I'm talking about it, and the whole point I'm talking about it is because they're the ones that I use, Bybit and Prime XBT. $30,000 worth of bonus on Bybit, and Prime XBT $7,000. Of course, there is a take on this. It all depends on what you deposit. At the rewards hub, once you sign up, you need to follow the steps to get this bonus, right? Depending on what you deposit. On Prime XBT, you get 7% added to your deposit. You don't just suddenly get $7,000 worth of bonus. You get 7% added to your deposit. So to get $7,000, you need to deposit 100K dollars, right? USDT or in Bitcoin. But 7%, hey, you deposit 10K, you're getting $700 on top of that. So, which is good enough for buying power. Got full video tutorials down below, okay, guys, on Prime XBT and Bybit to learn how to use those platforms. If you are not experienced in trading, do not use the links. Do not trade, guys. Make sure to learn a lot first before taking any bad decisions. Yeah, Discord course coming soon. Yes, sir. Discord updates, trade scenarios, scalping. I'm going to be much more active because this is the way to go with the community, right? I'm going to be active every single day, answering a lot of questions, private live streams for the community. Anyway, all sorts, guys. Not yet. Don't worry, it's coming. Una pregunta, ¿qué es mejor registrarte en una wallet fría con el teléfono o con un email inventado nuevo? ¿De qué manera es más seguro? It says de todo. De todo here says, is asking me, what is it better to register on a cold wallet through your phone or through email? Well, cold wallet, you do not need email or telephone. You know, basically cold wallet it's like a Ledger Nano or Trezor. It's online, you know, it's not a hot wallet. That would be a hot wallet that you're talking about here, de todo. Hopefully you do know English. But with telephone, I got a few hot wallets that are linked to the telephone zone. But I don't have much crypto on hot wallets, I can tell you that. Most of them are in cold storage. Cold storage is better. You don't need email, phone, or anything. It is totally autonomous, decentralized. With some hot wallets, you need to put email, telephone, stuff like that. So, yeah. Could you just get the deposit bonus and withdraw, says Nensuds. No, there is a take on that on Prime XBT, of course. You cannot get the bonus and withdraw. If not, you know, they want you to trade as well with your funds, right? But you get that bonus on top of that, so it's used as well for, you know, for fees or for, you know, for losses as well. It's just to add up with your deposit, of course. I know a lot of people want to do this, you know, can I deposit, withdraw my funds and the bonus is still there? Don't do stuff like that because you will lose your bonus, you know. You know, this is obviously They know that a lot of people are trying to do stuff like that. So it's to deposit your funds, get a bonus, and you trade with all of that. You got your funds and your bonus, and with all of that, you have more liquidity. You have more, more buying power or selling power for your trades. I'm going to deposit, get the bonus, withdraw my deposit, trade with the bonus. Don't start doing stuff like that, because you will lose your bonus eventually. Hot wallet, yes. With hot wallet, well, yeah, I guess with phone, I only have a couple of hot wallets, but yeah, I think the phone number is relatively safe with 2FA, basically. Google Authenticator, always have a second step to get into access of your wallet. Where is your cap? I have no cap today. Only once I've worn my cap. Andy, will we have a lifetime membership for private Discord option? Very possible, yes. Very possible. This is something, it's a monthly subscription. There'll probably be a yearly subscription as well. Lifetime, I'm not too sure. It's something I need to discuss with the team and developers. So maybe yes. Maybe it could be an option. Audio short to 23 cents already, drop into 25 cents at trend line in the middle of a weak channel. Let's take a look at audio. We've got Bitcoin taking a bounce here. Obviously, Ethereum is likely getting that bounce. It would have been nice. I want to go through Ethereum in just 1 second and explain how there was a likely bounce here, at least to the $15,000 to the $1,580. I was looking for a slight move down here to get in a very nice risk management long position. One of the main reasons why was value area low from this trading range. Point of control, we are just at the range here. I think obviously it would have been nice for another second attempt to come down and hit this low. Just something like here, guys, right? You just check. We've got value area low. We got VWAP as well. VWAP is, volume weighted average price, okay, which helps you. If you're above the VWAP, it usually acts as support. If you are below it, it usually acts as resistance. So, yeah, just a quick look here. We were above the VWAP with this move. That bounce also maybe a slightly low. It would have been nice for a long trade scenario. I was looking for lower, at least over the 50%, 618 from this low to the high. So it just hit the 382. It might come again down and then get the bounce. But overall, very highly probable to get that bounce, whether it is from here or whether it's from slightly lower to that $1,580 range in the next coming hours. So let's zoom out here on the 1 hourly 1 second. Trading scenarios. Yeah, this is basically what I was looking for here, right? It's not a very short-term swing failure pattern on the 15-minute time frame, right? From this low. Would have been nice, a slight corrective move down to get into a trade, but you know the deal. When we have these moves down, right, potentially here we are hitting the value area low, for example, just value area low, getting acceptance, not a clear breakout from the value area low. Dip below, get acceptance back in, consolidate just exactly slightly below the value area low, and this is what I'm basically looking for on this trading scenario, right, where you create a low, you have an epic bounce, and you come down to the 618 range, okay, even slightly below 78 here also, and this is the kind of trade scenario that I look for, right? Bounce, 618, enter, maybe slightly in a loss, stop loss below the low, you finally get the bounce. So this is what would have been nice with this kind of price action right over here, where you you get the massive drop, you have a swing failure, you come to the 618 and then you bounce and create kind of an inverse head and shoulder kind of scenario and come up to this range. It's a highly probable move right there. Obviously, I wait for lower. I want an epic entry point to have good risk management. Let's see if that does happen for Ethereum. Now, obviously, what is a big resistance zone for Ethereum? If we do take a look at Ethereum, a big level where we could get rejected is this 1,500, 1,600 range. Why? This, well, value area high is much higher. It's at 1,620. But this has been a respected resistance zone. The 1,600. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And you got this move down with a relatively nice spike in volume. So it's a big level where we are likely going to get rejected. 1,590, 1,600. Are we looking for a short position at least to this consolidation range? There's a nice little scalp movement right there on Ethereum. We were to hit that level, so we either miss this long position, but then I'm looking for this short position right there. And it's a quick move, okay? Because this could come down and come up. I'm being fast with these kind of movements. Go to the 15-minute. You know, big volume. I love this because it's big volume. This is basically volume, breakout with high volume as well. Retrace to this range with low volume. Then we get the movement down to this consolidation level. And I would expect a bounce from that VPVR here. Yeah, we got the point of control right there. So you could get that, this kind of movement, right, in the next coming hours on Ethereum, or either this one. So I'm looking for here, not this low to be taken. Very defensive trading. Obviously, if we claim this high, I would not look for that trade anymore. This means that we are already running up. But obviously, long position not taken as we did not correct to the 618 to better levels to have good risk management. If we do pump up from this level to this range, then with very low volume, I can see that the selling volume is dominating the game right now. So if we come back up to this 1,590, 1,600, that is the zone where I see the price likely getting that rejection move. At least to come down to this consolidation level, right? So I would be looking for that 1,550, 550 and 60 value area high from this zone. You know, there's a $30, $40 move potentially right there, where you could get into nice scalp position. Overall, you know, so what is it, a 2-3%? More than a 2-3%, yeah, a 2% move with a bit of leverage, make some pretty nice gains. A highly probable move right there on Ethereum. That's what I'm looking for here, guys. Until we don't go lower, 22.3k, there's nothing to worry about. We are still in the trading zone. Yes, very true. This is just a big, massive range. We are getting that bounce here nicely on Bitcoin, claiming the highs. That would have been a nice trade, guys. That would have been a relatively nice trade with a tight stop loss, like mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, because we basically, you know, had that move down, hit the 618 from this low to the high right there. It's a quick jump here into a trade to test the highs. These scalp scenarios, day trades, they are hard to have a very high risk to reward ratio, because, you know, the invalidation points are very close, and your take profit zones are very close as well. So it's slightly higher. This is a 1.25 to 1 risk to reward, which is not much. Obviously, you could protect position and look for higher if you have a 30% of your position open and turn it into a 2 to 1 risk to reward. But when you're scalping, there's just so much resistance and support levels that to have a higher than a 2-to-1 risk to reward is very, very hard. You cannot, very hard to have a 5 to 1 risk to reward when you're trading and scalping, because the moves are just so volatile and such in a big short range that wherever you enter, you need to take profits because you're likely going to come down to your entry. So it's just quick movements, and the risk to reward is not that high than day trades or small swing trades. Should we long? Well, long in the pump? No. I've explained here what I am expecting here. I'll get into my next trading scenario. Ethereum 1,580, 1,600. This box over here, that's a really nice range that I would be looking for a short. Some of you might think, hey, this is a head and shoulder scenario. Well, yeah, also as well. Look at this. You've got this price action, come down, this price action, come down. If you have this price action, come down, you are kind of forming a head and shoulder scenario here. It would be an excellent level to get into short here. 1,600 range. I'm not sure if we are going to get that bounce. That bounce all the way up there. If it does, it's a very, very nice, crucial range here for me. Fibonacci 618 is slightly higher, but 50% is at 1,600. So already that range would be very, very interesting. With Fibonacci, with highs being respected, big volume node right there from this movement, breaking the structure, likely to get this kind of movement. That's the next scalp that I would be looking for today, guys, if we were to get that bounce. Not much to add, guys. Pay attention to stock market open, pay attention to DXY, likely to get a bounce from this zone in the coming days. Probably do another live stream afterwards, guys, for the US, not the US Open. Alt Mini Rally Open, yes. Guys, thank you for joining the live stream. Too much stuff here. Take a look at Ethereum, Carver, potential moves on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Thank you, guys. Keep pushing the high probabilities. Yeah, exactly, guys. These are just nice scalping scenarios. I know everybody wants to trade now. There's a lot of people saying pump or dump now. No, we're looking at the levels, guys. I'm explaining what levels I'm looking for, on Ethereum and on Bitcoin, guys, as well. Ethereum is the one I want to trade next. I want to trade Ethereum next. I see, these highs being claimed. I'm not interested in a long right now at the 618 if this high is claimed. Okay, if that high is claimed, I would be looking for the lows, because this high claimed has not had steam. So I would be looking for these lows for a failed breakdown and then a pump. But we need to see that wick. We need to see that reaction. We need to see the reaction for a long position. Remember, I will not jump into a long if we do this. And I'm not jumping into a long here, guys. I'm not jumping into a long here. I'm not adding to my position here. No. What am I doing? I am waiting to get acceptance back inside of the lows, and then here on the retracement from the acceptance is where I am entering the trade. It's got to be one of the most effective ways of trading, guys. One of the most effective ways. This is how I got into this short position yesterday on the stock market. Same scenario, but looking at the highs. Zooming in, I had my daily level marked up here. That was hit. We had a failed breakout from this high created on the 18th. And this is exactly the same thing, okay? On the 4 hourly, it looks pretty aggressive, but it doesn't matter. As soon as you have acceptance back below the highs here, you have a great trading opportunity on this bounce. 618. You claim these highs, you fail to break out because you get acceptance. I am not shorting here. I am not shorting here. You come back down, you come back up, I am shorting here for a potential epic short trade scenario. This is exactly the entry, as you can see here on the stock market. 4,020 points approximately. Epic short. I wait for the acceptance down and get into the bounce. Got to be one of the most effective ways of trading, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next live stream.